I have been a social entrepreneur for more than 30 years. I've always wanted to change the world for a better one, and I've always had to believe that I could. The scope of my activities has covered education, training, employment, entrepreneurship, and European public affairs. From the start, I was surprised by the lack of women executives and entrepreneurs. I believed that in order to succeed, I needed to act like a man, like those male leaders around me. And that's what I did for the first 10 years of my professional life. Then I realized that, to the contrary, to give the best of myself, I should be able to be myself, to be authentic with both my masculine and my feminine sides. When I created Jump in 2006, I wanted to share what I understood with women and with the companies. Jump works with organizations and individuals to close the gap between women and men at work, achieve sustainable corporate performance, and create a more equal society. Women represent 51% of the population, but 60% of university graduates in Europe and take more than 80% of consumer good purchasing decisions. The benefits of gender equality in the workplace are critical. Increasing the performance of companies, reducing the talent shortage in certain jobs, and also boosting the macroeconomic growth.
Ils doivent se convaincre que la mixité est égale à la performance.
Jump is a brand, offers solutions, and is a community. By organizing events, training, surveys, studies, media presence, and working with companies, Jump has created the biggest community of career-minded women in Europe and the largest network of corporate diversity stakeholders. Our newsletter is sent out to over 110,000 people every month, and we have over 30,000 followers on our social media networks. Of our 350 clients, almost 200 of them use Jump to develop more inclusive work culture, which will allow them to better manage all their talents. It is these companies that contribute to 90% of Jump's revenues and allow us to have a team of 12 people based in Brussels and in Paris. To achieve our objective of bringing gender equality to society, we have developed a lot of solutions for organizations under the Jump brand. The Jump Forum is the annual event organized in Brussels, Paris, and Lyon.
It was amazing. I think the whole setup and the atmosphere is amazing, and it's really exciting to be here. And it's hard to choose between the different sessions because there's just so much great going on.
The Jump Academy offers companies customized conferences and trainings. The Who.Men at Work Award rewards the CEO who works the hardest to achieve gender equality in his or in her organization.
So the 2017 Corporate Ambassador for Gender Equality, ladies and gentlemen, is Sabine Sagar.
So I think the competition was tough. I'm super happy that I won.
The Jump Corporate Hub is the network of diversity stakeholders. We do also conduct surveys within the company in order to analyze the level of inclusion of their corporate culture. By doing this, we enable these organizations to have a customized equality plan. Jump Resources is the knowledge center for gender equality at work, with studies, toolboxes, and corporate practices on gender equality. But Jump also brings awareness to the general public and mobilizes them. For this side of our mission, we use not the Jump brand, but the Jump for Me brand. Jump for Me is a free multilingual web platform and e-newsletters with inspiring tips and corporate best practices to empower women's career and promote gender equality. Every year, we run an important study to analyze the evolution of society and organizational practices in order to propose models for change. The strength of the Jump community, the quality and the number of our clients, the unique combination of our expertise in gender equality together with our competencies in communication and events management. These are what makes Jump the leading organization in Europe in gender equality in the workplace. JUMP is not just about helping women succeed, but about creating a culture that values equality and the talents offered by women and men. Moving towards an inclusive work culture will allow companies to increase innovation and performance, as well as ensure respect and responsibility. If companies change, it is the whole economy that is transformed and becomes more sustainable. And if the economy becomes more socially alert, it is the society as a whole that changes. With the construction of the European Union and the protection of the environment, gender equality is the most profound and important revolution of our times.
The role of JUMP is really creating a community that gradually expands and where more and more people every year get involved in the topic and believe it's worthwhile fighting for.
JUMP helps to raise awareness, lobby companies, measure their performance, reward best practices, keeps the subject on the agenda and helps sensitize organizations, men and women, to what they need to do in order to balance.
I think it's important to have an organization with a very energized leader like Isabella, because it helps also create awareness of the gender diversity journey, because it seems to be very logical, very normal, the gender diversity, but we know that it is not.
It creates awareness, it creates well-needed discussion, and ultimately, if we do this right, it creates social pressure which will drive change.
Donc c'est très bien de pouvoir se confronter, analyser, partager avec des confrères, échanger aussi avec des personnes qui sont engagées plutôt dans le monde associatif, etc. Donc je pense que c'est un carrefour. Je le vois comme un forum, une place d'échange, et c'est pour nous très important parce que ça permet de nourrir la réflexion. Aussi très important, c'est international.
It's a fantastic organisation, and I love the fact that it's European. It's not focused on just one country. So it creates the conversation, and that conversation will create the change.
JUMP a un rôle parmi beaucoup d'autres acteurs, mais prépondérant puisqu'il a atteint aujourd'hui une certaine maturité, une certaine notoriété.